President Biden is set to give his State of the Union address tomorrow night. The heart of the speech certain to be the state of the economy and how it's recovering 3 years after the pandemic hit. Joining us now with a preview, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. Madam Secretary, thank you for joining us this morning. I want to begin with what seems to be a paradox. We've got this new unemployment numbers out on Friday, 3.4%, lowest number since 1969. Yet our new poll shows, I want to put it up there, Rebecca just mentioned it, 41% of Americans think they're worse off now than when President Biden took office. Only 16% think they're better off. How do you explain that? What can you do about it?
Well, the country has been through a lot, George, with the COVID pandemic and all the stress that placed on the economy, and then Russia's war in Ukraine that boosted food and energy prices. Americans are concerned about inflation, and it's been President Biden's top priority to bring it down. But really, we have a strong and resilient economy. I know President Biden will talk about that. As you mentioned, the unemployment rate is at a 53-year low of 3.4%. Last month, we created over 500,000 jobs, more than 12 million since the president took office. And inflation is coming down. It remains too high, but it's been falling for the last 6 months. And while the Fed has primary responsibility here, legislation that has been passed in some cases on a bipartisan basis is strengthening our economy and lowering costs for Americans. The Inflation Reduction Act lowers the cost of prescription drugs, health care costs. President Biden has taken steps to lower gas prices. They're down more than $1.50 since their peaks last summer. We've put in place a price cap on Russian oil to maintain global energy supplies and to reduce Russia's revenues, and importantly, a trifecta of legislation: the CHIPS Act, the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act, the Inflation Reduction Act. We're investing in America again, rebuilding roads and bridges, making sure that every American family has access to the internet, and creating good jobs in advanced manufacturing, clean energy, semiconductors. Factories are opening all across America, and not just on the coast, but throughout the country in areas that haven't seen the investment that they need.
Those jobs numbers seem to defy predictions of a recession this year. Do you still think one is likely?
Well, look, you don't have a recession when you have 500,000 jobs and the lowest unemployment rate in more than 50 years. So what I see is a path in which inflation is declining significantly and the economy is remaining strong. And really, that's a path I believe is possible, and it's what I'm hoping we will be able to achieve.
Finally, are you confident we're going to avoid default and have this debt limit showdown resolved?
America has paid all of its bills on time since 1789, and not to do so would produce an economic and financial catastrophe. And every responsible member of Congress must agree to raise the debt ceiling. It's something that simply can't be negotiable. And while sometimes we've gone up to the wire, it's something that Congress has always recognized their responsibility needs to do again.
Madam Secretary, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you.
And ABC News will have live coverage of the State of the Union starting at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night.
I saw our economics correspondent watching very
How'd I do,
closely.
Rebecca?
A+, and I'm happy to hear her talk about a recession, because a lot of people have really pulled back on that since the jobs report on Friday.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.